What is home? Is it laughter echoing around a warm fire? Is it the memories, both big and small? Is it a warm drink and a quiet conversation at dawn? Or is it something deeper, something wildly created? Welcome to King's Camp in the heart of Timbavati. For the next 3 nights, I'll be here to explore a question we all carry with us. What does it truly mean to belong? I'm in Timbavati Private Nature Reserve in the Greater Kruger, South Africa. Just turned onto the dirt road to head towards King's Camp. Just being in Timbavati itself is bringing back a whole flood of memories. Yeah, it's going to be quite nice to just reconnect with the place and, more importantly, see what King's Camp is all about. When I step into a room like this, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am to even be here. This luxury suite boasts sophisticated decor and world-class facilities inspired by an era of exploration. Yes, it's luxurious, but in a way that has me feeling like I can make myself at home. Just had a beautiful tuna salad for lunch and had a chat with Warren, who's one of the GMs here, and just got shown around a little bit. It's really a beautiful camp. There's been a whole bunch of upgrades. I'll touch on that a bit later on in the video. And now it's already time to head up to get ready for the first afternoon game drive. I think the whole vibe about today is just getting the senses tuned in and just enjoy being back in nature. That's Grant, our experienced guide for our stay. And that's Goodman, who you'll find out is not only a good man, but also an excellent tracker. They've been working together for over a decade.
Pretty bird, isn't it?
Oh, what a lovely little noise as well.
There we go. We've got an M on there now.
This is where the trunk attaches. You see it's still separated all the way up
Wow.
through here. Then we spoke about the 6 sets of teeth. This is the root here. Okay? Remember they pushed through the jaw? So eventually when the skull was here, when the teeth were in, they were worn flat from both sides. It was just this little stubby part at the bottom. Before she died, she was just traveling up and down this drainage line here, eating the softer vegetation. And it often happens, okay? Like where these elephants break off. I've seen it twice in my career, where elephants break off, and it's the weirdest thing because it must be traumatic not only for her but for the herd, because she's they lived within the herd. So always the last things left are the thick bones, skulls, things like that. Spawn. Not much eat the keratin, okay, but then also dense bones, and you'll see the little holes. Those are created by. So eventually everything is broken down, recycled, put back in. But yeah, Goodman's gonna demonstrate something to you.
You see the eyes sit right here.
The eyes, yeah.
So when they fart, they actually lock their arms like this. So what happens, from this angle, they can still be able to see the opponent. Yeah. So that's why they have this spiral. So
it doesn't get in the way of the...
Doesn't get in the way.
lot as well.
Look at it go.
We left these multiple herds of elephants to continue with some of the smaller things, which led us to a wonderful and thoughtful surprise.
Oh wow, look at that. Please don't. Wow. There you go.
It's for you, Johnny!
The festivities continued back at camp with a night at the Boma.
We have 3 types of meat, which will be a boerewors, which is local, and then we have a pork chop and a chicken, accompanied with pap, which is also local, and apple crumble.
Thank you, chef. Very good.
As I write this, an elephant is breaking branches in the riverbed under the moonlight, while the laughter around camp slowly fades with the fire. I've noticed that visitors here are unapologetically themselves, but it's certainly no coincidence, because to return to nature is to return to yourself. Good morning. It's a nice, cool, fresh morning here in Timbavati. It's just starting to get light out, and people are starting to filter through for their morning coffees before we head out on a game drive. If yesterday is anything to go by, it should be a goodie. I'm really looking forward to it. The mornings are by far my favorite. It's just so exciting to get out there and just find out what happened over the night, see if maybe there's any surprises out there. Otherwise, yeah, it should be a goodie. Goodman immediately spotted tracks from a herd of buffalo and was clearly eager to find them. And in the process, we came across a few scavengers.
Then next are thermal windows. Okay, so they're losing gain heat through this. Remember, prone to exposure, so like this is cold for them, so they would tuck their heads in.
As the earth tilted towards the sun, I began to wonder what happened with the buffalo. And why were we covering so much ground? The holy grail of sightings. A pangolin. One of the rarest souls you could lay your eyes on, and unfortunately, the most illegally trafficked mammal in the world. When the opportunity arises, it's important to take a brief moment to appreciate and learn more about this mystical creature. This was done in a short, sweet, and respectful way, just as it should be. Besides, just a stone's throw away, a lioness appeared.
Good morning. Morning. How epic. Yeah. We haven't had a good enough time.
With the full heart and belly now back at camp, I found the perfect spot to do some work. I'm sitting here in the brand new photographic studio at King's Camp, and it's quite a cool setup because it's a nice quiet space, first of all, to do any work you need to do. It doesn't even have to be photographic. And as you can see behind me, anyone, whether you're an amateur or a professional, can get their photos printed if they want, up to A3. Curtains that can open and close if you need some darkness. And there is a studio computer for anyone to work on. I think also if a photographic group wants to come here, and maybe there's a photographic guide that wants to lead a bit of an editing session, then this is the place to do that. From where I'm sitting right now, I can look down at the underground hide, the little waterhole there, and see if anything comes by. If that happens, I'll just pick up my camera and take a short stroll down there and start snapping away. I've been thinking about my first 24 hours here. It's gone by very quickly. So much has happened. It's been very warm and I guess like relaxed. There's a vibe here, but I think it does come down to quite a simple concept. It's the Moore family being here, I think in total for about 30 years now. Warren has been here since 1995. And very soon after that, he met his future wife, Leisha. Just a couple of years after that, they were running the place. They have raised a family here. They have a son and a daughter that have grown up here. When they invite guests here, they're not just inviting guests to a lodge that they run, they're inviting people into their home. And that's the vibe I've felt. I feel like the staff is an extension of that energy.
I've been working at Kingscombe for 28 years now.
Just 19 years.
I've been on 28 years.
18 years.
17 years.
10 years. 25 years.
15 years. 30 years now.
10 years.
Hi, I'm Warren Moore. I'm the General Manager of King's Camp, and I call this home for the last 29 years, almost 30 years.
And I think that energy is what has so many people returning here over and over again. And yeah, it's quite a unique thing. It's not something you can recreate or do intentionally. That can only happen in an authentic way. So I think that makes it extra special. Tomorrow I'm going to spend some more quality time in the hide and take you through the rest of the lodge, which has undergone a whole bunch of awesome upgrades. With all of that being said, it was time for another game drive. Arguably one of the more important aspects is the game viewing. Located in the Greater Kruger, this area is as wild as it can get. Grant and Goodman were on a mission to track down something special. A female white rhino who has a newborn calf. But this proved to be quite difficult. So as the Earth now tilted away from the sun, we turned our attention to something else. These lions were not overly interested in hunting, as they had just recently fed. So we called it a night and returned back to camp. In order to return to yourself, it's necessary to see yourself first. In my opinion, the wilderness provides the cleanest mirror to reflect yourself back at you. By looking outwards, you see inwards. A space is naturally created here to allow for this process to take place. A process which feels like returning to your soul.
One juvenile male and then those two little. Same place as last. This one's like stalking down the right. He's in a position. It's a young mother.
Animals don't need to return to themselves in the way that we do. They're always deep within it. Dave and Vicky have been returning to King's Camp for decades, and when speaking to them about this, I got the sense that they're a part of the extended family. What had them hooked many years ago was the Moors' willingness to go the extra mile with a special attention to detail.
thing is.
And there's another
like a
one
little worm.
lower down.
Speaking of attention to detail, with another delicious breakfast in the bag, I wandered through the different spaces at the lodge which have recently been renovated. Although this is all brand new, it feels warm and inviting, but I'll let it speak for itself. Of course, my favorite spot is the King's Warren underground hide. The walkway seamlessly disappears below ground level to ensure you don't disturb the wildlife. Everything has been thought of. This is certainly not only for photographers. If you're an amateur or if you're a professional or if you just want to come here, relax, enjoy the sights and sounds, it's definitely worth spending some time here. You can bring your laptop right down to the underground hide. And there's plug points, there's internet, and just while you wait for something to come to the waterhole, you can keep busy. What I like about this hide so much is that there's been so much thought going into every little detail, from a railing to rest your feet on to CCTV cameras and more, that really all just makes sense for the perfect experience here. And I don't think much is actually going to come past here because we're at the end of the rainy season. It's been a particularly rainy one, but I think the rest of the year, and especially towards the end of the year, end of the dry season, beginning of the rainy season, you could see some absolute magic unfolding here. It's time for our final afternoon game drive. They've all been uniquely special, each with their own surprises. And I can't help but wonder what Grant, Goodman, and Mother Nature have in store for us now.
You see the kleptoparasites. So your dewdrop spiders are next to her on the left, those little ones with the silver bums. But the kleptoparasites are light enough, they tend to move when there's movement on the web. It catches food on there, they will mobilize and cut it and put it onto a thread that she can't get onto, and then they feed on that.
Stopping to appreciate the smaller things had led us to an unexpected sighting of a male leopard. Leaving him to continue on his way, Grant and Goodman were still determined to find us those rhinos. You can tell they just love the challenge.
Good luck. Cheers.
It was an absolute thrill to see them go the extra mile to do this before sunset. As this journey is drawing to a close, I believe I found the answer to my question. What is home? During my time at King's Camp, I've found stillness, a sense of space, of time slowing just enough to allow for a long, deep exhale. Then a deep inhale, welcoming the now. It's not King's Camp alone that's done this. It's the people, the stories shared, the thoughtful surprises, and the way the wilderness has gently revealed itself. But what King's Camp has effortlessly done is create the space. A space where we stop doing and start being. A place that feels like home. A place where we return to our true nature.